to Chrissy's Books. I am Chrissy. Thank you for tuning into my awesome top 10 of 2020 wrap up. So excited to tell you my favorite reads of 2020, and I've read a lot of books this year, but had to dwindle it down. Yeah, let's get started. So there's no particular order of the books that I'm gonna tell you about. I'm just gonna tell you from the most recent books that I read and then descending down. I will also post all of my book reviews below, so if you're interested in checking out a book that I mentioned, I'll post all the videos below for all the books that I read, except my most recent one, which I've just finished last week. Let's start off with that since I'm talking about that. So my first book that I just adored and I just finished last week is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. So I'm not going to tell you what my rating is. You got to watch that video. It's coming up really soon right after this one. I adored this book. So it was all over the charts. It's an autobiography memoir telling the story of Glennon Doyle's life. Sort of like a coming out story. So she is a lesbian. It's an LGBTQ read as well, which I really loved. It's a really fun, feminist, bold, brave, just awesome book. All women should read this book, and I think that all parents should read this book as well. It's just really great, and it has loads of great advice, and it's almost like a self-help book as well, so I would definitely classify it as that too. I'll tell you a little bit about the book. So Untamed is an intimate memoir and a wake-up call. It's the story of how each of us can begin to trust ourselves enough to set boundaries, make peace with our bodies, honor our anger and heartbreak, and unleash our truest, wildest instincts so that we can become women who can finally look at ourselves and say, there she is. So that is a little blurb of what was on the back of the book, and I just really loved it. It was a fun feminist autobiography nonfiction read. The next book up on my list, which I just adored, is Circe by Madeline Miller. So I read this book in December. It was published in April of 2018, so I was a little late to read this. If you did watch my review, I did mention all that. I gave this book a rating of 10 out of 10. I just freaking loved it. It was perfect. The genre is Greek mythology and fantasy fiction. So if you're a huge Greek mythology fan, then definitely read this book. I loved the writing style of this book. It had everything. It had action. It had just a really great feminist character as well, lead. It's retelling of the story of Circe, and Circe is a goddess, and she is the daughter of Helios, who is the god of the sun, and you basically just learn all about Circe and follow her story, and it's just freaking epic. If you want an adventurous and just fun, just awesome Greek mythology book, read Circe. And the next book on my list is How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. So I don't actually have a lot of these books that are on my top 10 because they are elsewhere, but I will be posting pictures in case you're like, why is she not holding up a book? So yeah, I loved this book. I gave it a rating of 9 out of 10. I read this book in November. It was published in August of 2019. And this book was really popular when it came out. It's a nonfiction and it's a memoir again. And it tells the story of Ibram X. Kendi. He just sort of walks us through his life and his experiences. And also you just learn so much reading this book. If you want to learn about how to be an anti-racist, or if you just want to know what the term anti-racist and racist means, read this book. It's really awesome. It was on all the bestsellers list, and I personally got a lot out of this book, so I just really adored it. And the fourth book on my list is The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I gave this book a rating of 10 out of 10. I just freaking loved it. Immediately after reading this book, I just knew that it was going to go in my top 10 of 2020 because it was so awesome. Literally within the first 2 chapters, I'd fallen in love. The writing is just immaculate. So the genre is historical fiction, and it's a coming of age story as well, and also has a bit of magical realism in it too. It was published in September of 2019, and I'll tell you a little bit about the plot of the book. So we follow a young boy named Hiram Walker, who's born into slavery in a declining tobacco farm in Virginia. And we basically follow Hiram as he goes through all of these hardships. I don't want to get too much into the plot, but you can definitely check out my YouTube video for this book review. The Water Dancer is a dramatic story of the hardships and atrocity inflicted on generations of men, women, and children during the pre-Civil War era. So that's sort of a little blurb about what it's about, but I freaking love this book. And also Brad Pitt and Oprah are making it into a movie soon. So I'm so excited to see that, and I'm wondering who they're gonna cast in that movie because this book is so good. Read it. I loved it. And number 5 on my list is Educated by Tara Westover. I gave this book a rating of 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this book. It's an autobiography memoir, and it tells the story of Tara Westover. This book was published in February of 2018. Educated is an unforgettable autobiography about a woman named Tara Westover. We follow her life from a young naive girl to womanhood as she leaves her survivalist family in the mountains of Idaho and goes on to pursue a PhD from Cambridge University. So we basically follow her from a very young age, so it is a bit of a coming of age story, and it just tells the story of her life, and it's really fascinating. I loved this book. I actually listened to the audiobook and it was really great. This is the 3rd nonfiction memoir on my list. It's crazy. So yeah, I just love this book. Read it. It's awesome. Right, so let's take a quick break, just to break it up a little bit, and stay tuned, and I will give you my remaining 5 books of this best reads of 2020. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned, you guys. And if you guys are enjoying my book reviews, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because I read a lot of books and I read almost anything, and you will love being on my channel. So thank you so much. Let's continue on. So the 6th book on my list is Luster by Raven Leilani. Y'all probably would have heard of this book because it was everywhere. It's just like on every best-selling list and the best books of, all these Instagrammers and bookstagrammers. This book was just freaking awesome. I gave this book a rating of 8 out of 10. I read this book in August, and it was published in August of 2020. It's a contemporary fiction book. Luster deals with what it's like to be a young Black 20-something-year-old in a progressive yet, quite frankly, backwards time period of today. It tackles race, it tackles power, and the path to your own personal growth. This was just a really funky and very offbeat, funny book. It was definitely one of the most interesting writing styles that I've read in a while. It was just very sharp and just weird and very cool, and I just loved it. And Raven Leilani is really awesome, so yes, add this to your list as well. Right, and then the 7th book on my list is The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. This book, you guys, was just everywhere. I mean, I don't know anybody who hasn't read this book because it was freaking awesome. And it also has like the most beautiful book cover. I will post pictures, somewhere on the page. And yes, it was freaking awesome. I gave this book a 10 out of 10. It really got a lot of hype and it really exceeded my expectations. I just loved it. I read this book in July and it came out in June of 2020 this year. And it's a contemporary fiction. It's also a LGBTQ read and also a coming of age story as well. So it's a really soulful book, and I just really enjoyed the writing style of Brit Bennett. And it is based in the South, which is really cool, in the US. So if you want like a really soulful, like hearty, interesting read, definitely read The Vanishing Half. Let me tell y'all a little bit about it. The Vanishing Half follows 2 identical biracial twins, Stella and Desiree Vines. They grow up together in a small Southern Black community in the Deep South, and then as teenagers they run away from home in search of something more, and then they basically end up being separated. And that's all I'm going to tell you, because you have to watch my book review if you want to know more. But it's such a good book. I really loved this book, and it was just glorious. I loved it. And the 8th book on my list is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. This book was really freaking awesome. I gave it a rating of 9 out of 10. I read it in June, and it was published ages ago in February of 2017. I was just really late to reading it, but I read it and it's on my top 10 and I loved it. It's a young adult contemporary fiction book. The Hate U Give is about one girl's struggle for justice It was just a really bold and timely book, and I really appreciated this book. It was really awesome. It deals with the injustice of policing brutality. It's about racism. It's a coming of age story about love, friendship, family, faith, close communities, activism. I mean, this book is just a really good, like, it just has it all if you want like a good just story about, you know, race in America and, you know, the Black Lives Movement, and that sort of thing. I will post my full review so you can see what I really thought about it. But it was just really awesome and I loved it. Then the 9th book on my list is The Mountains Sing by Nguyen Phan Que Mai. I really hope I said that okay again. Thank you so much to the author. She sent me a real, the actual book because I had an advanced review copy, and it just does not do justice to how beautiful this book is. It's just so pretty. I loved this book. I gave it a rating of 10 out of 10. And if you saw this book review, I just rave all about it because it's so awesome. It's just the best. I read it in June and it was published in March of 2020 this year. It's a historical fiction, coming of age story, and also a war story as well. It's an engrossing multi-generational story that follows a family set against an epic backdrop of the Vietnam War. It's just a really hearty, moving, emotional story. It just felt very complete. I really adored this book and the author is so sweet. So yeah, it is really high up there on my list. Again, there's no particular order. I'm just going in the order of when I read these books. And this is just like one of my favorites, 10 out of 10. Loved it. And then last but not least is Rainbow Milk by Paul Mendes. I really adored this book. I know I'm saying that about all the books, but you know, I really do like all of these books. I gave this book a rating of 9 out of 10 and I had read it in June of this year and it came out, obviously this year, and it came out in March of 2020. It's an LGBTQ read, it's a coming of age story, bit of historical fiction as well. Rainbow Milk is an intersectional coming-of-age story that follows a 19-year-old named Jesse as he struggles with his racial and sexual identity against a backdrop of the legacies of the epic Windrush generation. So boom, there's a bit of what the plot's about. It's really awesome. I really love this book. It felt very fresh and very now, but then also it's a bit of, it had a lot of history to do with the Windrush generation, which you really don't read a lot about, which has happened in Britain. Yeah, it was just a really great queer fiction book. If you're looking for a great LGBT read, then definitely check this out. So those are my 10 books of 2020. I seem to have a lot of nonfiction autobiographies and a lot of LGBTQ books in this, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Yay! It was an awesome year and I hope you guys will stay tuned with me for next year. I'm so excited with all the books that I've been receiving from all the publishers and I cannot wait to get started. And I hope you guys have an awesome new year as well and that you enjoy my book review.